Order. 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 Question number 4, Simon O'Connor.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question's to the Minister for Tertiary Education, Skills and Employment and asks, how well has the tertiary sector performed financially in 2012?
Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, very well indeed. Indicative figures released today show that the publicly owned tertiary education institutions have collectively recorded record revenues and record levels of overall government funding in 2012. Together, their revenues totalled $4.56 billion, and they've had a sector-wide surplus before unusual and non-recurring items of $157.9 million, or 3.5% of their income. It's pleasing to note that while government funding overall has increased by 13.4% since 2008, total income across the sector from all sources has also gone up by 16.8%. This shows our universities, our polytechnics and wānanga have had another successful year financially, as well as educationally, despite the toughest economic times since the Great Depression.
Supplementary question, Simon O'Connor.
Supplementary to the Minister. By how much has the government funding of public tertiary institutions increased since 2008?
Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, overall government funding of publicly owned tertiary education institutes has risen by 13.4% since 2008, reaching more than $2.2 billion in the 2012 year. University funding has increased by 16% over that 4-year period. Polytechnic funding has increased by 8.7% over the 4 years, and government funding of wānanga has gone up by 10.7% over the same period. The government has continued to improve the quality of its overall tertiary spending, including student support, so that it can keep growing its investment in quality tertiary institutions.
Question.
Supplementary question, Simon O'Connor.
How has the income of tertiary education institutions increased overall?
Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, total income across the public tertiary sector from all sources has risen by 16.8% since 2008. And this has contributed to healthy financial surpluses across the sector, and these surpluses in turn have contributed to very healthy balance sheets at most institutions. The government has worked hard to assist institutions to achieve better educational and financial results over the last 4 years. We've introduced performance-linked funding to provide a financial incentive to providers to increase their educational outcomes. We've changed the model for polytechnic governance to introduce smaller, more skills and industry-focused councils, and we've made a number of highly skilled and experienced appointments to university councils.
Question number 5, the Honourable David Parker.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance. Does he agree